Our next interview in our History of Sabre Yachts series is with Glen Chaplin, after sales customer service representative at Sabre Yachts. When did you join Sabre, Chappy?
I started with Sabre in April of 1985. Came to Sabre looking for something different for work. I was in the retail business before that, working for a local drugstore company, and coming to a company that I had no knowledge of and had no knowledge of what they did, and really didn't have any boating background at all. Just heard about the place word of mouth through friends and decided to come down and apply for a job. One of the funny things that I always tell people is that I started off doing gel coat repair. Quite honestly, I wasn't very good at it. And I think it was probably about 6 months into my employment when Chris Evans came to me one day and said, we're going to try something different with you and move you into another department. I knew that things weren't going well. I knew I wasn't really doing the job the way it needed to be done. And he said, we're gonna move you to a different department. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. Little did I know at the time that this was going to be my last opportunity to prove myself as being a good associate for the company. And he moved me into deck department. And deck department basically is a part of our production where we pre-assemble as much as we can on decks before they go onto the hull. And they had more of a mechanical job to it. It was I believe it was April and May of 1998 when an opportunity came up for after sales, for customer service. And so I thought that sounded kind of interesting, and I decided to apply for it. So I always remember my first interview was with Brenda Collins. She interviewed me and asked me some various questions about my knowledge of the company and how I felt that I could fit in. And of course I don't exactly remember what I told her, but I felt that I had enough of a background history with the company that I could add some benefit to our customers and our dealers to work through warranty situations or parts or whatever the case may be. And I got the job. I was kind of blown away, I guess, at first, thinking that I was going to be doing something totally different. And it felt different. After being in the shop for 10 years, building boats, and then finding myself in the office with, in a completely different atmosphere, working different hours and learning all that trade of dealing with customers and dealers who I knew some, but I certainly didn't know them to the level that I know them today. So there was a bit of
a big change.
Big change.
What would you consider sort of the more significant changes that have taken place, especially in terms of customer service and after-sales service?
Well, certainly because of technology advancements and things that have changed in our boats, certainly our job has taken on a different role in the aspect that the boats are much more advanced and obviously than what they were 30 years ago. With all the computer-driven parts of our boats now and the advancements in electrical and mechanical, and there's been a lot of changes in that aspect of the company. And I can remember when I first started, we didn't even have our own email address. We all shared the same one to correspond with dealers and owners, and there was only a couple of computers in the office that actually had access to the internet. It was totally different than what we have today. So that was kind of that transition where we went from 100 yellow Post-it notes on your desk to being able to answer customers with email. The company has always seemed to be very loyal, in my opinion, to their owners and to their dealers, and we've always tried to make sure that we do everything we can do to make our owners appreciate the fact that they own a Sabre, and that we give them the best customer service that we can. And the company that backs that up, that wants to make sure that we do right by our customers and by our dealers, makes our jobs a whole lot easier, because we really strive to make sure that they're proud of what they have invested their money in, and working for a company that wants to see that on a daily basis makes things much easier. We probably have 300 or 400 sailboats out there now that are 40 years old plus, and for the most part they're all still they're all still in the water and being used on a, by some very proud owners. We have some owners out there that are original owners of these 30, 40-year-old sailboats. They bought it brand new. Having said that, we have always strived as a company, and I guess myself in particular, because it's more where some of my knowledge kind of falls back on. We try very hard to make sure that we still give as best service as we can to our sailboat customers. And as time goes by, the only thing that makes it really challenging is that we get a lot of calls from customers that are looking for parts that have become obsolete, or you can't get them, or it was a part that we made at Sabre that we no longer can produce. But at the same time, we still will always, as far as I'm concerned, will always offer that kind of service to our sailboat customers. After sales has been very interesting, something I certainly never would have thought that I would be doing in this time of my life, but something that I really do enjoy, and enjoy that one-on-one with a lot of our owners who I've got to know quite well.